Bad Cinderella bad? Yes, it is. But I had a great time watching it. Hey, what's up? My name is Amanda, and I'm really into theater, and if you are too, subscribe. You already know the story of Cinderella, but this one is a reimagining because instead of Cinderella being good, she's bad. She's best friends with Prince Charming's brother. Prince Charming has died, supposedly. And you know what? Even if he isn't dead, we don't have time to go looking in the mountains for him. Prince Charming, he's not here. But his brother, Sebastian, is here. And he is best friends with Cinderella. He also happens to be madly in love with Cinderella, except Cinderella may or may not know. I don't know. There's a little bit of tension between the two of them. Anyway, Sebastian needs to get married because Prince Charming is dead and we need to continue the royal line. Does Sebastian want to get married? Hell no. But the queen says he must. There's a ball. Cinderella, being the ugly duckling that she is, cannot fit into said ball. So what does she do? She becomes beautiful. Gets mad at Sebastian because Sebastian doesn't notice her and her brand new beauty. Somehow they make up and they live happily ever after. I kid you not, that is the story. I know I'm saying it very, very poorly, but like, that's the story. There are so many things that are messed up about this story that like, I would have to spend a lot of time going through and combing through. And at that point, it would just seem like I'm nitpicking. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to focus on the good. Here are the good things. I had a great time watching the show. It's probably because of the fact that I saw the last preview performance before opening night. You know what I mean? The audience was on fire. The actors were on fire. So in my excitement, everything else just leveled up. You know what I mean? But in essence, in its core, Bad Cinderella is just not a good retelling. And here's why. The plot doesn't make sense. First of all, it is Cinderella, right? It's Cinderella. So here are the major part points in Cinderella. One, she lives with her evil stepmother. She has evil stepsisters, and the stepmother wants her gone, right? Here's another thing. There's a ball that she must attend. She needs to wear a beautiful gown to go to said a ball, right? To said event, right? Okay, so boom. There's a prince that she needs to fall in love with, right? And at the end, she needs to lose her slipper, right? And she also, at the end, needs to fall in love with the prince. The issue is, Bad Cinderella's whole thing is that she's not like other girls. She doesn't conform to the beauty standards of this town. So why did she conform in the middle of, well, not in the middle, at the end of Act 1 to go to the ball? Why? She could have worn like an ugly fit to the ball, you know? And like, I know that doesn't really make sense because if she doesn't dress beautifully, then like, there is no Cinderella. You know what I mean? Because like Cinderella has to look beautiful to go to the ball. So there's that. 2, the next thing. No offense, but like Cinderella did not love Sebastian. I'm being completely real with y'all. Sebastian loved Cinderella more than Cinderella loved Sebastian. There was nothing in this story that for a second made me believe that Cinderella loved Sebastian. I don't know if it's the writing or everything, or maybe it's the music itself, you know? Maybe it's the music. But like there was just something about the relationship between Sebastian and Cinderella. That love aspect did not feel believable at all. Nothing about it made me believe that she loved that boy. Now, Sebastian had some beautiful songs, right? That's another thing. The songs, can we talk about the music? Bro, there was probably like 2 to 3 really, really good songs in this musical, and everything else was kind of like a blur. Like everything else just blurred into each other. Now, you know how you have musicals like Hunchback of Notre Dame, right? You have motifs and like all the other fancy words that I'm not going to talk about right now of like these songs that like flow into each other. They're reminiscent of like these other songs or whatever. They work together because they come together to tell like this beautiful story in an awesome way while still being distinct in its own way. You understand what I mean? So like every song, you know, these songs go together, but you can separate them because they sound independent or iconic in their own way, right? All the songs in Bad Cinderella sounds like they are blurred together. It's like one set of chords. It's like the same song, just in a different key. It's not, bro, the songs were not memorable. Like, what? Bro, the songs were not memorable at all. That's why I tell you earlier, there's probably like 2 to 3 good songs out of them. What songs they were, I can't even tell you, bro. I can't even tell you. There's like this one song that Sebastian sings where he's just like, something about like, I love you or something to that effect. I don't even know. And guess what? Honestly, I am not even in the headspace to look it up myself. I know this sounds really mean, but like, I'm just not. Another one that was really good was the duet between the evil stepmother and the queen. That was really enjoyable to see. But like, again, as enjoyable as it was, it kind of felt like it didn't really serve a good purpose. It served a purpose, but not a good one, because there was nothing that really came out of that, right? So the song between the stepmother and the queen was to kind of show that like, hey, I know some secrets about you that you don't want other people to know, right? But it was for no effect. Yeah, so what? You know the secrets, but none of them were really used at the end of the show. So it's like, you put this up here to just let me know like, hey, by the way, you better do. It's like, I really shouldn't say this, but the song was used as a threat, essentially. It's like, listen, you're going to do this for me, because if you don't, I got this dirt on you. I'm going to threaten you with it. But like, the threats felt so empty. Yeah, it was fun to see them sing the song and like interact with each other in that way, but like, man, that threat was like as flimsy as a piece of paper, my guy. Like, what was that? What was that? The only song that I can like legitimately remember is Bad Cinderella. I am Bad Cinderella. Something. Excuse the poor singing. I know this is long-winded, but like, it feels like they spent a lot of money to produce a really bad show. This is a 2 out of 5. I did not like it, but in terms of my enjoyment for the show, definitely a 4 out of 5. I had a lot of fun watching the show, but I can clearly recognize that this show was not written well at all. I think the main issue I have with Bad Cinderella, is that it tries so hard to stand out that it just ends up collapsing in on itself, like plot-wise, story-wise. That's it. And I also, again, the music all feels like a blur to me. It feels like a blur. Like this is not Phantom of the Opera. You know what I mean? This is not Phantom of the Opera. This is bad. Bad Cinderella. She wasn't even bad. She was just ugly. She wasn't even ugly. Let me show you some stuff that we got inside of our playbills. A little postcard or whatever. It's cute or whatever. But the story left much to be desired. I am not in any way, shape, or form interested in seeing the show again. Not even a little bit. Again, don't let that stop you from seeing the show, though. Even though I rated it a 2 out of 5, you should go see the show if you really want to. Don't let nobody stop you from seeing a show you really want to see. In the comments below, let me know what you think of Bad Cinderella. Do you agree with my takes? Do you not? Let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.